resistance is the problem. That is not what I'm saying. And I think that... Listen to me again. Okay, listen to me again. You're self-deprecating, which is exactly what I'm saying not to do. Because even if you don't love yourself, everyone is deserving of love and respect and care. So even if you're having these struggles where it's difficult for you to refrain from negative behaviors towards yourself, if you start making more and more of an effort when you are able to, as you are able to stop being cruel to yourself, stop calling yourself a burden, stop saying that you're the problem, stop saying that you hate yourself. When you catch yourself saying these things, you don't have to be like, wow, I'm the fucking best or anything. But you cannot sit there for your own mental health's sake and say these things about yourself. Because it's just going to make a negative loop of feedback that will never stop because you're going to keep feeding it. And I understand that even if you stop feeding it, that sometimes that loop will still be there to a degree. But at that point, you're making effort and you can go and, get help with the parts that you can't do on your own. So yeah, I think that everyone can have a chance to be in a happy mental place. It's just a lot of work sometimes for some people more than others. But if you put that work in, if you put that time in, if you really focus on stopping the negatives and welcoming the positives and, treating yourself with the kindness and respect that you expect yourself to give others, then you're gonna be in a way better spot than you are right now. I firmly believe that. You're not trying to be negative, you're being serious. Do you just not say anything? So the thing is, you think that you were saying you're being serious. You genuinely think you're a burden. You genuinely hate yourself. You genuinely all that stuff, right? And that's part of that is because you are repeatedly fulfilling that mentality by confirming it within yourself. So by repeatedly stating these things, you are affirming them to yourself and you are attempting to affirm that to other people. And that is not a healthy behavior. It is not healthy for yourself. And it's going to continue to encourage you to look at yourself that way. And encourage you to have others look at you that way. And you cannot heal anywhere near as easily if you're doing that. So I think that is very important. Oh.
The only thing we as a chat are a burden on is Rose and her sanity. At least, what little sanity that remains.
No, I'm pretty sane. But that's my logic. So I understand you're not trying to. But I think that you might be... And again, I am not a doctor. But to me, it sounds like you are so... You have this so deeply ingrained into yourself that you see yourself in this way that you will refuse to accept any other reality instead of being more open to the fact that you might actually be, worthy of good things and happiness and love and all that stuff. So I think that, it's worth considering those things. Unfortunately, I know that message was heartfelt. We can't talk about those kind of things in chat. Reiji, just so you know, as a streamer, I cannot help you with the very in-depth stuff. I can give you general advice. But we're also not allowed to talk about stuff that gets to a very extreme level. So I appreciate you opening up here, and I hope that my advice was helpful. But I can only address so much on stream, I can only address so much. But I think that if it's at that point, since I did see your message, if it is at that point, I think it's time to, speak to a doctor, because if it's at that point and you don't feel like you are in control, and you feel like the situation you are in is not resolving things, that's when it's time to get external help. That's when it's time to talk to someone and say, hey, I can't fix this, and I don't know how to fix this, and I know that you might not know how to fix it, but maybe you can tell me where I can, or at least where I can start working on it. So that's my logic, and I'm gonna stop it there because I don't want to derail, and also I'm not equipped to help with that kind of stuff. What I said put you down quite far. I'm not trying to put you down. I'm trying to tell you why I think you can recover from where you are. I'm trying to say that it makes sense that you have struggles, and if you don't have the tools to address those struggles, it's going to be very difficult to overcome them. But yeah, that's about it. I'm not trying to put you down though, but I understand that it might be... Maybe I'm being a bit blunt, but I just think that it's kind of... It's as much as I can share. I can't give very in-depth advice, and I am only a cat girl on the internet. But I am sorry for perhaps being too brazen. So I hope that you can accept that. I am going to move on to the next form though. But thank you for listening, and thank you for asking your question. Yeah.